Hello, my name is Dr. Mike Scanlon, and I'm coming to you today to talk to you about this mindful acceptance stance and the course that you can access just by clicking onto the YouTube links. There are 8 sessions of looking at this mindful acceptance stance, which I suppose gives us, I believe, a really useful way to manage during very, very difficult times. And I don't think I just mean during COVID-19. For many of you who have struggled with your own stressors and difficulties, for those of you who are in a caring role, then I believe that the mindful acceptance stance is possibly the one that makes most sense. And I'll tell you why I believe this, because if you look at the slide here, and what we see is the park, and we see on the left, we see us, and we're on this walk with our dog, and it's a really, really beautiful day, and the sun is shining, and the dog is focusing on smells, sights, sounds, the warmth of the sun on its coat. But look at us. Our head is full of everything but the beautiful day. And I think that when we are caring for others, when we are struggling with our own emotional health, what can sometimes happen is we never, ever get that break where we just stop worrying about other people, where we stop planning and thinking, how am I going to make this work and what am I going to do later? And we just recognize, here's an opportunity for me to let go of that stuff just for a while and focus on the day and how it's going to unfold for me and what is my experience right now. And I guess many of you would be very aware of the Serenity Prayer. Let's see if I can remember it. Lord, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can change, and the wisdom to know the difference. And this mindful acceptance stance suggests that if we find ourselves in a place of struggle, trying not to have experiences that, we're just going to have, that is what exhausts us, because we're fighting and we're struggling and we're cross and we're angry and we're frustrated. And whilst I'm a real advocate for if there is stuff in our lives that we can make a difference to and that we can change and that we can get some help for and that we can think about differently, oh boy, we should do that. But I think moving into what we call that observing self and looking at ourselves and saying, trying to fight not to have this experience is only exhausting me. So I'm going to stop doing that. And I'm going to put my time, my effort, and my headspace into the stuff of life where I can make a change. And above all, I think the course that I'm hoping many of you will have a look at, my YouTube Mindful Acceptance course, allows us to do this really important thing. And that is to create distance between stimulus and response. Because when we're stressed and when we're struggling, that distance between stimulus and response shrinks to about there. And it means we stop responding and we react. And sometimes we don't like the human being that reacts, because that person is cross and that person is anxious and that person is sometimes a bit unhelpful towards the people they love, and certainly unhelpful towards ourselves. So what mindfulness and acceptance stance does is it creates a real tangible gap. So when we do get that spark of impulse that kind of annoys us, instead of us reacting in that unhelpful way, we start to build a gap there. And in that gap lies a bit of choice so that we can respond in the way that takes us towards the human being that we want to be. Now, I'm not going to promise that by the end of the 8-week course, you guys will all be here with that gap, but you'll be somewhere along that line. And I think that by the end of the course, you will have so many wonderful mindful acceptance strategies in place, and your stance to life hopefully would have shifted just a little bit, and that you'll start to find life more rewarding, and you'll be a lot closer to the dog on my slide here. When you choose to, you'll be able to smell the flowers, see the blossom, hear the sounds of the birds singing, uninterrupted by thoughts and feelings and doubts. And I think that's a really good place to get to. So my hope is that you will all be able to really benefit from this course. And I'm just going to say good luck, enjoy the course, and continue receiving the help that you do from everybody at NHFT, because they're there to support you in this journey as well. So thank you so much.